One of my favorite type of BTS songs is their original soundtracks or OSTs for series, movies, or games. This is because BTS and the BTS members usually release songs as part of albums, so OSTs allow them to do something different as a one-time thing. These songs are not attached to a bigger project. They are meant to go along with an external story that is not necessarily personal to BTS, and that creates a lot of interesting dynamics. So here is a list of my favorite BTS OST projects for movies, TV series, or games. Number 15. The Planet by BTS for Bastions. In May of 2023, BTS released The Planet, the opening theme song of the South Korean animated TV series Bastions. The series is about a group of K-pop idols who are also superheroes trying to save the environment. So you can guess who the target audience is. With that in mind, I still recommend armies of all ages to listen to this song because it's actually very catchy and fun. The Planet is an energetic pop song. It has lyrics with a positive message written by RM, and it's one of the 2 OT7 BTS songs released during hiatus. So there are days when the best thing to do is disconnect from the complicated world and just listen to The Planet. Number 14. Fantastic by RM featuring Mandy Ventures for Fantastic Four. Marvel's reboot of Fantastic Four premiered in 2015, and I quote, "It received mostly negative reviews from critics for its screenplay, direction, acting, lack of humor, visual effects, pacing, and unfaithfulness to the source material, although the soundtrack was praised. That's all I care about because RM of BTS and recording artist Mandy Ventures worked with the main composer of the movie in Fantastic, the film's promotional digital single. The song is what you would expect from an action movie soundtrack. It's exciting and fast." The lyrics are of course about being fantastic, and there is a parallel between being fantastic in the superhero sense and being fantastic in the musical sense. The song also has a very unique feel, more common in the early 2010s, and it has RM's characteristic rapping style from his first solo mixtape. So this song is perfect to listen to whenever you're feeling nostalgic, whether it's for BTS's old music or the electro pop sound from the early 2010s. Number 13. Angel Part 1 and Angel Part 2 by Jimin, BTS, and multiple other artists for Fast X. The Fast and Furious movie saga has successfully created some of the most popular soundtracks over the years. So for their 10th movie, Fast X, this was no exception. Angel Part 1 by Kodak Black, NLE Choppa, Jimin, Jake, and Murilong was released in 2023 as the main promotional song for the movie with a music video set in New York, and it easily became the most popular song of this particular movie soundtrack. The Fast and Furious movie saga is basically about street racing, but it also has a strong message of keeping your loved ones close. So just like the popular See You Again, Angel Part 1 is mostly a rap song featuring powerful vocals. The rap parts are about escaping adversity, and the vocal part, which Jimin is part of, is about the importance of family ties. Angel, don't fly so close to me. I'm what you want, not what you need. About a month after the promotions for Angel Part 1, Angel Part 2 by Jake, Jimin, Murilong, and Charlie Puth was released. This is basically the same song without the rap parts and instead new singing parts. People like me break beautiful things. Another day, another week. But whether you like the first or the second part better, Jimin's iconic vocals and harmonies are featured in both songs. No one lose those wings. People like me break beautiful things. Number 12. Dreamers by Jungkook, BTS, and Fahad Al-Kubaisi for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Dreamers is one of the 4 official songs for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, performed mainly by Jungkook, although it's also accredited to BTS, and it also features the Qatari singer Fahad Al-Kubaisi in the music video. Dreamers is about having a dream and pursuing the dream as a united team. And in context, the dream refers to winning the World Cup. So the main audience listening to this song is football fans, especially because the song was played at the start of every World Cup match. Jungkook performed Dreamers at the World Cup opening ceremony, and overall, this is a very energetic song. It's definitely one of my favorite FIFA World Cup songs.
We make it happen, guess we believe it.
Number 11, Christmas Tree by V for Our Beloved Summer.
So I tell you a million tiny things that
Christmas Tree by V is a song part of the official soundtrack of the South Korean TV series Our Beloved Summer, released on the Christmas Eve of 2021. And surprisingly, the song is not exactly about Christmas. The series is a romantic comedy about a couple composed by the first-ranked student and the last-ranked student in one high school. They break up, but the documentary they filmed during high school goes viral. So years after, they are forced to meet again. These range of feelings after reuniting are expressed in Christmas Tree. And that is why I love this OST. Whenever this song comes up on the series, this acoustic ballad with V's soft vocals becomes so powerful.
I just want to be where you are.
Number 10, Lilith by Halsey featuring Suga for Diablo 4 Anthem. Lilith Diablo 4 Anthem, released in 2023, is a remix of Halsey's 2021 song Lilith that served as the OST for the online game Diablo 4. This reimagined version represents the game's story of survival after horrific events from Diablo 3. Lilith is also the name of the main antagonist of Diablo 4, the daughter of the Lord of Hatred in Greek mythology. Because of these overall themes, I felt that Suga's Rappers was not only a nice addition, it was a necessary addition. Because the original Halsey song is about a woman being too busy for love, Suga's verse creates necessary context for this story and gives the song a darker tone. So for the game and music video, Halsey represents Lilith and Suga represents Inarius. Both of them create an important and very cool dynamic. Number 9, Sweet Night by V for Itaewon Class. Sweet Night by V is a song in English released in 2020, part of the OST for the South Korean TV series Itaewon Class. The song does not tell the main story of the series, which is about revenge. Sweet Night, which is a direct reference to the series' main location, is about the unrequited love one character feels for the main character. So this song is kind of sad. Still, just like with Christmas Tree, this song is beautiful and sentimental. And I love to listen to this particular OST by V because although his most popular styles are R&B and soul, some of my favorite compositions by him are his acoustic ballads. It seems like he's very comfortable writing in this particular genre. Number 8, Stay Alive by Jungkook and produced by Suga for Seven Fates Chakko. Stay Alive, released in 2022, is a song performed by Jungkook and produced by Suga for BTS's webtoon and comic Seven Fates Chakko. Each BTS member represents a character in the webtoon, and you can see them playing these characters in the OST music video. What I like the most about this song is that it's dramatic, and this is thanks to Jungkook's powerful vocals and Suga's ability of making the original soundtrack exactly what it should be. An original song that directly addresses the story of a battle of war. Stay Alive is sung by Jungkook because the webtoon follows his character Seha, so he is the one addressing the other characters and telling them to please stay alive. Conceptually, this is one of my favorite OSTs ever because the singers are directly involved with the story.
Please you stay alive.
Number 7, With You by Jimin and Ha Sung-woon for Our Blues.
Just take it all. I'm nothing without your love.
With You by Jimin and Ha Sung-woon is a song released in 2022, part of the OST for the South Korean TV series Our Blues. The series is about the ups and downs of multiple romantic couples living in Jeju Island, so the song shows romance and heartbreak. Jimin's solo music is not exclusively but mostly modern, stylish, and even elegant pop songs. So my favorite thing about With You is that it shows a sweeter side of Jimin's vocals. And this ballad with Ha Sung-woon really works perfectly for this type of series.
I wanna stay near you.
Number 6. It's Definitely You by V and Jin for Hwarang.
날 떠나가지 마 나를 남겨두지 마
Hwarang the Poet Warrior Youth is a 2016 South Korean TV series about an elite group of young men during the kingdom of Silla. The youngest Hwarang is played by V, so V along with Jin performed It's Definitely You for the series' original soundtrack. Just like the series, the song is about love and sacrifice. This was the beginning of V and Jin's list of amazing soundtrack participation over the years. It's Definitely You made me realize that V and Jin have the style of vocals for powerful soundtracks for K-dramas specifically.
I can't let go.
날 맞춰 널 지킬게 오랜 듯이 해볼게
Whether it's by themselves, as a duo, or as the leading vocals in the group, they both shine in OSTs. So I will forever hope for another OST duo by them.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Number 5. Your Eyes Tell by BTS for Your Eyes Tell.
낮에 건너니 너
Your Eyes Tell is a song in Japanese composed by Jungkook and performed by BTS for the 2020 Japanese film Your Eyes Tell, which is a remake of the 2011 South Korean film Always. The movie tells the romance story between a blind girl and a kickboxer with a dark past. The song is from the point of view of the kickboxer. He addresses his past and his feelings for his romantic interest. Overall, this is a heartbreaking and impressive ballad. What I mean is that this is very vocally challenging, but BTS sings it perfectly. And despite not having a music video, except for the movie trailer, Your Eyes Tell is one of BTS's most notable Japanese songs.
君の目が問いかけている
Number 4. Yours by Jin for Jiri-san.
너희는 태양이 숨쉬는 곳.
Yours by Jin is a song part of the soundtrack of the South Korean TV drama Jiri-san, released in 2021. Jiri-san is a mystery thriller about a team of rangers working at the Jiri Mountain National Park as they climb through unexplored regions of the mountain and try to rescue survivors and lost travelers. The film's music video for Yours presents the song in a romantic setting, but Jin mostly sings about being in the darkness of the mountains, lost and alone. Because of this, Yours is incredibly heart-wrenching. It really feels like Jin is the one screaming at the Jiri Mountains about his pain. In my opinion, this song has some of Jin's most impressive vocals, and I hope we get to experience it live one day.
La da 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 da.
Number 3. Don't Leave Me and Film Out by BTS for Signal. In the year 2000, the American film Frequency was released. The film inspired the premise of the 2016 South Korean TV series Signal. This series then had a Japanese remake in 2018, which then had a movie sequel in 2021. BTS sang the main soundtrack for both Japanese projects. For the TV series, BTS released Don't Leave Me in 2018, and for the movie sequel, BTS released Film Out in 2021. Signal is a police procedural drama that follows two detectives solving cold cases through a walkie-talkie, one in the present and the other 15 years in the past. So the first BTS song for the TV series references mysterious footprints, the past and the future, and the fear of the other person leaving this communication. That's why it's called Don't Leave Me. The second song for the movie is way more sentimental and melancholic, and it focuses more on the memory of the other person. Film out refers to the process of converting images into traditional film print from other source. This is how they address memories or remembering the other person. Both Don't Leave Me and Film Out are hard songs to perform, vocally and emotionally. This is probably the reason why these two are fan favorites. I really cannot think of any other BTS original Japanese songs that are as popular as these two. Despite being BTS's most recent Japanese release, Film Out is surpassing every other BTS Japanese music video, one by one. Even the live performances have more than 30 million views each. Meanwhile, the fact that Don't Leave Me doesn't have any kind of music video or live performances makes it one of the most requested BTS songs ever. Number 2. Hope on the Street Volume 1 by J-Hope for Hope on the Street. One of the most complex soundtrack projects by BTS is the 2024 EP Hope on the Street Volume 1 by J-Hope for his own docuseries Hope on the Street. The docuseries tells J-Hope's origin story and love for dancing. There is one song made specifically for each of the 6 episodes. The soundtrack for the first episode, Hope on the Street, is on the Street solo version. This episode and song tell J-Hope's beginning, present and future, and his motivation for making this entire project.
Every time I hope, as always for us.
The soundtrack for the second episode, I Wonder, is I Wonder by J-Hope with Jungkook. This episode is subtitled Popping in Osaka because it's set in Osaka, Japan, and the style of dance is popping, a dance style J-Hope's known since childhood.
Right now, it's all we got.
The soundtrack for the third episode, Lock Unlock, is Lock Unlock by J-Hope with Nile Rodgers and Benny Blanco. This episode is subtitled Locking in Seoul because it's set in Seoul, South Korea. It explores the locking dance style and it shows J-Hope learning when to lock and when to unlock in life.
I do it for you, love, just to unlock, don't know how.
The soundtrack for the fourth episode, I Don't Know, is I Don't Know by J-Hope with Ha Yoon Jin of Les Seraphim. This episode is subtitled House in Paris because it shows J-Hope learning the fundamentals of the house dance style in Paris, France.
상관없어 이제와 I don't know 내가 왜 이러는지.
The soundtrack for the fifth episode, What If, is What If Dance Mix by J-Hope and Jimbo the Super Freak. This song is a remix of his own song, What If, released in 2021. This episode is subtitled Hip Hop in New York because it shows J-Hope seeking a first-generation pioneer of the hip hop dance style in New York, USA.
I am the home. What if, what if, what if, what if, what if I had no dream?
The soundtrack for the last episode, titled Neuron, is Neuron by J-Hope with South Korean rappers Gekko and Yoon Mi-rae. This episode is subtitled Neuron in Hwanje, as J-Hope dances once again with the dancing group Neuron, in which he started his journey. This entire soundtrack album is the basis for the docuseries. Each song has a genre that J-Hope will dance to in each episode, and each song addresses topics that he will accordingly talk about. A lot of ARMYs think of this album as a regular EP, but I believe that recognizing Hope on the Street as a soundtrack project makes it way more exciting and beautiful than it already is as a standalone project.
My favorite word, just dance.
Before I mention number 1, you may be asking what are some iconic BTS songs part of certain series or movie soundtracks. That is because different BTS songs are part of a long list of soundtracks, but that does not mean that these songs were made specifically for the movie or series. They were only chosen after they were already released. But there are some soundtrack participations that were more promoted or popular than others, so I have to give them some honorable mentions. The 2017 BTS song Not Today was included in the animated jukebox musical film Sing 2 in 2021. The 2016 BTS song Burning Up Fire was included and mentioned in the 2019 family comedy film Playing with Fire.
Alexa, play BTS.
Burning Up Fire by BTS.
The 2020 BTS Japanese song Stay Gold was selected to be released as the official soundtrack of the Japanese TV drama Spiral Labyrinth DNA Forensic Investigation. However, the pandemic postponed the premiere of the series, so BTS released Stay Gold on their own, and we never got to see any teasers or trailers of the series with the song. Still, when the drama was released a year after, BTS promoted it as artists part of the soundtrack. The 2020 BTS song Friends, performed by V and Jimin, was part of the 2021 superhero film Eternals. BTS was also mentioned in a scene, making them canon in the Marvel universe, and creating theories that the 7 of them may have survived the Thanos snap.
We just started shooting this movie. We just got BTS to do a cameo. Like,
3, 4.
The 2018 BTS song Euphoria, performed by Jungkook, was featured on the soundtrack of the teen drama TV series Euphoria. It appeared on the season 1 final episode.
get the fuck out of here.
The 2020 BTS song Dynamite was part of the 2024 animated comedy film Despicable Me 4.
So, Melora, what are we thinking? What if we just wet the hair?
This collaboration was more about the movie with BTS than with Dynamite. One of the characters had BTS posters and a phone case making her army. There were promotional videos, and there was also merch released, including a collection set of BTS Minion Funko Pops. Now finally moving on to the number 1 position. My favorite original soundtrack project is BTS World by BTS, featuring Charli XCX, Sarah Larsson, and Juice WRLD for BTS World. In 2019, BTS released the mobile game BTS World, in which the player has to take the role of BTS's manager and basically make them debut as BTS. Because in this alternative universe, they don't know each other, and they have completely different lives as non-famous people. Just to promote this mobile game, BTS released a soundtrack album featuring international singers. With British singer Charli XCX, BTS's Jin, Jimin, and Jungkook released the first single of the soundtrack, Dream Glow. This is an EDM dance pop song about having dreams and choosing to follow those dreams, just like the characters making decisions towards the ultimate dream. In my opinion, Jin, Jimin, and Jungkook were the perfect choices for this song because they have this bright tone to their voices that just works in this Charli XCX style of song. The second single released was A Brand New Day by BTS's J-Hope and V with Swedish singer Sarah Larsson. This is also an electronic song, but it has a traditional Korean sound thanks to the inclusion of a haegeum. This song is about the new world the characters create after taking decisions that will make their dreams possible. A Brand New Day refers to the new world the player is trying to create. This song is performed by the perfect trio because V's vocals are very deep and soulful, while Sarah Larsson's vocals are bright and energetic. This contrast, plus J-Hope's dynamic rap verses, makes this, in my opinion, the perfect summer song. The third single released was All Night by BTS's RM and Suga with American rapper Juice WRLD.
I kick out the door, yeah, I kick out the door. Go grab the mic and I let out the soul. It's my fan man, wanna give out my heart.
This is a hip-hop song about the BTS members working all night on their music in their studio. They explain that they are motivated to stay there because they are working towards their dream. Juice WRLD gets a little out of topic, but still, this is a great single, soundtrack or not. All three rappers talk about something they deeply care about, whether it's a dream or a person. And it's very nice to have experienced this song being released in 2019. It made their second collaboration, the posthumous Juice WRLD song Girl of My Dreams, very special.
All night, 영감아 기다려 너 잡을게. All night.
The fourth and final single was Heartbeat by the 7 BTS members. This is a sentimental pop rock song that works as the overall main theme song. It basically addresses the entire premise of the game, but it also works outside of this fantasy world. BTS relies on their fandom. The destiny of the BTS members being together is literally in ARMY's hands. So this song is a thank you letter to fans, and it comes with what's in my opinion one of the most underrated BTS music videos. The funny thing about this project is that these are genuinely some of BTS's best collaborations ever. These songs are strong enough to be heavily promoted singles, especially as summer releases, but they are just for a mobile game. I think this shows how dedicated BTS is when it comes to any project related to their music. It's that serious to them. Even if it's for a game soundtrack, they are going to do their best. I really believe that if properly promoted, this could have been the album of the summer. That was the list of my personal favorite BTS soundtracks. So let me know in the comments what your top 5 is.